In my previous video, number 6, I had mentioned about the healthy, crispy, sweet coconut chicken, and I left off at putting the breadcrumbs and the shredded coconut into a bowl. And what you're going to do, you're going to take the basted chicken, when you baste it with the honey, the raw honey or the organic honey, and you're going to dip the chicken into the bowl, and you're just going to make sure that it's thoroughly covered with the breadcrumbs and the shredded coconut. And then what you're going to do, you're going to take your cookie sheet, you're going to put the chicken onto the cookie sheet 1 inch apart, and then you're going to sprinkle a little more of the breadcrumbs onto the chicken. Just make sure you don't put too much of the raw honey or organic honey. Don't put too much honey because you don't want it to be soggy. You want it to have a little crisp to it. And you're going to, there's one thing I forgot. You're going to spray the olive oil spray, the organic olive oil spray onto the chicken lightly. And then you're going to place it into the oven for about 35 to 45 minutes or until it is nice and done, thoroughly cooked. And what else? Yes, and you'll notice that when you pull out the veins from the chicken, a lot of people don't do that. They'll just throw the chicken into the oven and then it's all bloody and it's brown, looks gross. That's why I like to remove the veins from the chicken, and you'll notice that it's nice and crisp. Try this recipe and give me a shout out, even in the comments section. Let me know how it goes. I'm really interested in knowing how you like this recipe. I also have a juicing recipe. Oh, I have my little juice over here. It's all the way in the corner. I put raw kale and what else did I put in there? Raw kale, mango, and I put chia seeds. And what else? I like chia seeds. It gives me a lot of energy. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, yeah. And I put 1 banana in it to make it nice and sweet. I didn't even have to put honey or agave nectar in it. And I just used plain water. And this is the alkaline water that I like to use. This particular, I didn't put alkaline water into the juicing this time, but this is the alkaline. I don't know if you could see it. The alkaline water that I like to use. There are a variety of brands, and I had mentioned that it alkalizes the body. Sometimes there's a lot of acid in the body, and it just makes the body more balanced. It's a little healthier than the regular water. That's a different story for a different time. What else do I have to say? Wow, let me see. And like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this before, you don't have to spend a lot of money on healthy foods. You're adding your juicing. Oh, there is one thing I didn't include. I said the only 3 things, and I keep adding. I should make it the only 6 things that you should do to lose weight. The only 6 things you need to lose weight. Exercising. A lot of people do not like to exercise. I understand it gets boring, but you have to do something to motivate yourself. Actually, I'm having a boot camp within the next week or so, and I'm going to put a video up about it. I'm going to invite people. It's a paid boot camp, and there's going to be different levels. There's going to be the VIP level where I give you one-on-one training. Not training, but it's like a boot camp training, and this has to do with, it's a combination of healthy eating and also juicing. There's going to be some juicing regimens. I'm going to put some more of the recipes up, and definitely exercise. Now, if you don't like to exercise, that's okay, because you can do the walking on a daily basis. It's going to be 30 days, and you're going to notice the difference if you follow the guidelines that I provide. And it's fun guidelines, nothing that's complicated. There's no quitting this cold turkey, stop eating chicken cold turkey, or anything like that. But it's going to be effective, and you will, if you follow the instructions that I provide within the boot camp, you will get results. So anyway, like I had mentioned previously, as soon as I changed my diet and I added raw foods and I added the juicing and definitely the lemon water, I'm going to put up a lemon water recipe in the boot camp. No one else, I'm not going to give to anybody else unless they take the boot camp. The lemon recipe that I use. And the funny thing is, like I said, I was struggling to eat 3,000 calories because I felt full from drinking the lemon water when I was pregnant. One thing that I noticed, I didn't gain a lot of weight a whole lot of weight when I was pregnant. When I was pregnant, I went from 185 to 190. And it was funny because I didn't look like I was 185, 190. And I was continuing to exercise. And there's another thing that I have to talk about. When I was pregnant, eating healthy, exercising, and then for some reason, I forgot to stretch one day, and I had pulled a little muscle a little bit. It was nothing serious. And I had leg pain. I don't like leg pain. I don't like any kind of pain. So then the assistant at my doctor's office was like, "Oh, yeah, you really should stop that. Oh, don't jog. No, you don't have to do that." Because I got permission from my doctor because I was considered high risk with my pregnancy because of my age, and I had 4 previous miscarriages. So the assistant, I should have listened to her. She had said, "Oh yeah, take it easy because you don't want to pull any more muscle, especially that you're high risk." Yeah, so I was like, I shouldn't have done that because that gave me an opportunity to go out and to spend alone time with God, to talk, to think, to relieve stress and pressure, and just to take in that beautiful air and the sunlight. Oh, please, I shouldn't have stopped. I don't know why I did that. And then what happened was, because I did that, fear creeped in, okay? And this is a different story altogether, but I'll just finish since I brought it up. And fear creeped in, and at the time, I was going to one doctor's appointment. And after every doctor's appointment, I would notify certain family members, "Oh, I had a good appointment." And I put on Facebook, "Yeah, I had a great appointment today." And I was all happy and all pumped. I would go to afterwards, after my appointment, my husband and I, sometimes we would go out to this place called Veggie Favor that closed down in Bayshore, New York, without telling us. It was a vegetarian restaurant. Oh, it was so delicious. I used to get this vegetarian meal. It had this, it was, unfortunately, it was soy chicken. It was made with soy, which is okay. It's healthy. So anyway, it was delicious. It was like it wasn't chicken, but it was like a veggie type of chicken. And they had the potatoes and the carrots. It almost tastes like roti. I don't know if you ever had roti. Roti is a West Indian meal with curry. Oh, it's delicious. And coconut milk. It's the best. And so I would have that. And they would have like the little salad on the side. And it was the most delicious. It would taste better than chicken. I mean, if there was no chicken available for the rest of my life and all I had was the Veggie Favor chicken, I would be fine. I don't care. So I used to have that. I used to love going there. And I would read my little health magazine, and, I would be relaxing. Afterwards, I would go to Starbucks. I'd go online, do some writing. Oh, I used to love that. And then they closed down. So anyway, I went off topic. But anyway, so that's what I would do. But closer to my 8th month of pregnancy, I had to have 2 appointments, a sonogram at a fetal medicine department at Good Samaritan Hospital in West Islip. So for whatever reason, I got nervous. Fear creeped in. And it caused elevated my blood pressure. I didn't have high blood pressure, but it elevated my blood pressure and caused me to go into the hospital. It actually caused me to give birth early. But that's a different story that I'm going to share in a separate video. But that's the only time that I could think of that I spent time in a hospital, except for when I was a child. And all of the tests that they gave me like the diabetes test, heart test, they all came back fine. Yeah, and healthy eating is worth it. And that's why I brought up my point that I forgot. It slipped my mind. Exercise is important because if I kept exercising, I probably wouldn't have to go into the hospital at all because I had a way to relieve stress, and it was healthy for me to go out in the sunlight and to exercise on a daily basis. And it worked for you too. During this boot camp, that's exactly what we're going to do on a daily basis, to exercise. We have no excuse. You have the gym. I'm not crazy about the gym because I like to be outdoors. You can work out at home. But like I said, if you're only walking, at least you're doing some form of exercise. But that's another video for another time. Also, for more great tips, visit my Facebook page at facebook.com/rawjuicingforlife and have a nice day. I hope you enjoyed this little class. Give me your feedback. Have a nice day. Bye.